So I was driving down the Monash freeway and it started having a crazy vibration over 80 where it's throwing the steering wheel left to right. And I slowed down to like 60 and it was okay. So I got off the freeway onto Wellington. So there she is, Blue Betty let me down. Everyone says Volvos are reliable. And look at this bloody thing. So what happened for me, I swear she doesn't want to get fixed up. I was taking it back, I was gonna put the interior in for you guys, start getting the paint set up. Nah, Blue Betty had other plans, unfortunately. I had smoke pouring from this wheel. That bad that I thought I was actually going to have to call the fire brigade because I wasn't sure where it was coming from. Then I had a look underneath. It was coming from the disc brake, so something in there is, I don't know if maybe the calipers seized on a little bit and it's burning up, but it's a real rubbery type burning smell, and it was just pouring everywhere. Sort of made me panic, thinking that Blue Betty's going to go up in flames. And when I was on the freeway trying to do 100 kilometers, anything over 80, it was just vibrating like pretty bad, the steering wheel, like chucking the steering wheel left to right. So I slowed down to like 60, thinking that might help. It helped for a little bit, but then the vibration started coming in lower and lower. So I got off onto a local road with a speed limit of 80, but the vibration was just happening from like 30, 40, and it was just undrivable. That with the smoke and the burning smell in the cabin, I thought I'm not going to risk it. I don't know what's wrong with it. I think I'm assuming I've got like a sticky caliper there, or a wheel bearing issue, or something's wrong on this side, because even though the smoke was pouring out everywhere through the engine bay and stuff, when you look at it you could see it sort of coming from the brake rotor and stuff. So I'm waiting for a tow truck. Luckily my mate dropped everything for me and he's coming to pick old Blue Betty up. But yeah, I guess I'll do an update once someone's here, I guess. But yeah, obviously you guys will see the point of this. Yeah, the point of this was I was actually going to start finishing off Blue Betty for you guys. So a little setback, but if you guys are into old cars, you know this sort of stuff can happen at any time, at any moment. So unfortunately today was my turn, but we'll get it sorted. We'll get it sorted and we'll get it as good as gold. Emilio just pulling the car off for us. Damn Volvos. I got evidence. I got evidence if you smash it.
Backwards or forwards?
It suits you, mate.
Backwards or forwards?
Whatever. Alright guys, we finally got Blue Betty back. I explained a little earlier, but I believe the issue is either the universal joint on the tail shaft, or if it has a center bearing, I haven't looked properly, or possibly the automatic transmission. So what it's doing, just to recap, what it's doing is when you're driving like over 60, it's vibrating what feels like through the floor, which makes me think the tail shaft, and then it's throwing the steering wheel left to right, and even if you just hold the same speed, it just goes out of balance and it's almost undrivable. So I had to pull over a couple times. And I thought, okay, I'll go a bit slower, but it just got worse at a lower speed. So as you saw earlier, I got my mate Emilio to pick it up. Thanks Emilio for picking it up. He was there like within 20 minutes of calling him. Great bloke. So if you guys need a tow, hit up X-Rex, or if you need any Falcon bits, hit him up. So now I've got it back. I'm undecided what to do. If it's a gearbox, my plan sort of changed a little bit because it's sort of not as quick as the job as I thought it would be. If it's a tail shaft, I'll pull the shaft out and do the unis and whack that back in. That's no issue. But I've been told the gearboxes are a bit weak in these, so if it is a gearbox, I don't want to go down the way of whacking another auto in if it's going to do the same thing again. But then on the other side, I don't want to go to the cost and effort of whacking a manual in. So with the symptoms I've described, I know there's a few Volvo guys that watch my videos. Tell me what you think that possibly is. I know ever since I've had it, when you put it in reverse and you're reversing slow, it has like a vibration in it, like a sort of a, yeah, so I don't know if that is still the tail shaft or whether reverse gear and possibly the reverse gear in the box and another gear are linked and something's up with the gearbox. But other than the actual vibration, the gearbox appears to shift fine. Maybe the wheels are out of balance, but it definitely appears to be, it's from my experience without looking into it right now, it feels like the tail shaft. But if you guys have any knowledge on these things with the symptoms I've described and you think you might know what it is, please leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on what you think the issue is, what you think I should do with it going forward. It's still registered, so I'm sort of toying, as it's not going to be such a quick build now to cruise in summer, I'm sort of toying with the idea of maybe going down a different way, which might upset the purists, maybe doing an engine conversion. Maybe someone can tell me how light these things are, because I've read the sticker and I don't believe the sticker weight. But yeah, what does a 164E TE's weigh from factory? Because it's got a straight 6 in it, I'm sort of actually toying with the idea of maybe putting a turbo barra in it with a BTR transmission if I'm going to go to the effort of doing stuff, and painting it as I was going to originally, but keeping the skinny wheels and keeping it looking just all 70s and original, but having a barra turbo with an auto in it and taking it to a few car shows, a few cruises or whatnot, and just having a bit of fun with it, depending what's wrong. So yeah, if you guys have any, you guys let me know in the comments below what you think the issue is. Later on, it's going to sit here for a little while. Later on, once I get stuck into it, I'll take you guys along and show you guys if it's a tail shaft or whatnot. But yeah, I don't know what else it would be. The vibration starts off and then it sort of just gets worse and worse as it feels like it's getting more out of balance, which to me has to be the universal joints. I'm just hoping the transmission's not done. Sometimes I know, like I said, in reverse it sort of vibrates a little bit. Sometimes when you put it in drive and you take off, it's like the back wheels are locked and then it skips and then it kicks in. So I don't know either if the back drums are sort of sticking or whether that's also a symptom of the transmission going bad. So if I'm in drive and I go to take off, it sort of revs up and then it'll feel like it sort of slams into gear and then takes off. But yeah, poor old Blue Betty I think needs a bit more maintenance than I was hoping for. So yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm sort of just in two minds. So let me know, yeah, in the comments below. Hope you enjoy the content, and yeah, hopefully we can sort out Blue Betty.